Hello, my lovely Virgos. Welcome to your February 2019 reading. This is a general reading for you, my lovely Virgos. It's for Virgo sun, rising and moon sign. Also listen to your rising and moon sign. Some months they will resonate more for you than your sun sign will. So have a listen to those as well. This is a general reading for you, Virgo. If you would like to have a private reading with me, book a private reading with me by following the link below in the information box to my website, and you can book a reading from there. So having said that, let's get started with your reading. So the first card I have here is the Ten of Cups, and that's always a good card to start with. This is the situation that is around you at the moment, and I just feel like you have arrived at this place of feeling safe, feeling secure, feeling loved. It's home, and I don't mean physically home. I just feel like, you know, spiritually you're just feeling home. You're feeling secure. You're feeling secure about where you are, who you are, where you're headed, what you're doing. It's a really strong feeling that you're going to have in February. It's a feeling of satisfaction. It's a feeling of having achieved and reaching a point in your life where things are falling into place. Things are where you want them to be. Feeling good about yourself. Feeling surrounded by loved ones, surrounded by family. And it's interesting because it's also crossed by the Five of Wands. And the Five of Wands is some sort of conflict, some sort of disharmony, while you're feeling really good about where you're at, who around you is creating waves? Who around you is rocking the boat? There's someone around you that doesn't have that level of satisfaction that is what you're feeling, that level of I've arrived, I'm really good, I feel good about where I'm at. There seems to be external forces at work here in the shape of another or others that are in your circle. They can be family, they can be friends, they can be children, partner, they can be people that are in your circle that are creating some sort of disharmony, misbalance. But I feel like what the driving force behind this is, there seems to be some sort of jealousy about where you are and what you've achieved. There's this external force that's coming in and trying to rock the boat. Now, that happens in life. You get these situations arising that are coming, they seem to be coming at us. But it really is about you feeling confident about where you are. People can only impact us, can only affect us as much as we allow them to, as much as we empower them to. Sounds like a simple thing. It's really not as simple as it seems. There is a level of effort that goes into that. There is a level of you really knowing your boundaries, really identifying with your space, really identifying with where you're at and not feeling guilt, not feeling like you need to sabotage how you're feeling and where you're at with these external forces that are coming in. They're going to come in and test you. They're going to come in and rattle your cage. And it's about you really being happy about where you are, being content about where you are, understanding that you've worked hard to get where you are. It's not something that's just happened. It's something that's happened in increments, that's happened in getting you there. So if this external conflict is happening, leave it there. Don't get involved. You're going to hear things. I feel like you're going to hear things. People are going to start trying to pull you in. There's these hooks attached. People are going to try and pull you into these old patterns, old ways of doing things. And you need to stay strong and not get involved. Not get involved with anything that you hear or people that are going to try and bait you. It sounds awful, doesn't it? But that's what I'm getting. And the severity of that is going to really be different for each of you. For some, it's going to be on this end of the spectrum. For others, it's going to be on the lower end of the spectrum. For some of you, for example, is going to be with children, with your children arguing and wanting you to take sides, and where you're feeling comfortable and happy and balanced, they're wanting to engage you in their conflict, in their argument, sort it out, take sides, let them sort it out. For some of you, it's family. For some of you, it's friends that are chatting away and gossiping, and there's all of that sort of awful thing happening. Brothers and sisters, you know, it's going to be different for all of you, but it's going to be there. So be strong and really always go back to where you've set your boundaries, where you have reached this place of being really confident, really happy. You've achieved a lot and you don't want anything to rock that boat, especially when it's not anything to do with you. It's not anything to do with you, because in the past there's things that have been hidden from you. There's things that have been hidden from you. This is the moon, which is an interesting one. The moon's an interesting one, you know, and in this deck it's particularly interesting. The moon doesn't have its own light, doesn't have its own, it borrows its light from the sun. It reflects the light from the sun, and so it looks like it has its own light source, but it doesn't. It's very deceiving. It's very there's an illusion there that it has its own light source, but it doesn't. And you can see these two are attached by strings. So there's someone that was not. This is in the past position. So for some of you, it's past. For some of you, you're going through it, you know, or some may yet have it come about. But it's. I feel like being in the past position, that's how you dance to other people's tunes. You were pulled every which way, and you weren't told all the facts. You were given bits of information that were going to get the desired result that these people were wanting from you. But that was all an illusion. That was all a deception. And you've worked your way through that to get you to this really solid place. And so set your boundaries. Be protective of where you're at. Don't allow these things, external factors, to come back in as much as others are going to want you to take sides. You've also got the Knight of Wands, and the Knight of Wands is about doing things quickly. It's about tapping into your creativity. You've given things a lot of thought. You've given projects in your life. You've given changes in your life. You've given you know, things that you want to bring into your life, things that you want to create, things that you want to release. You've given it a lot of thought. Time for thinking, time for planning is over. It's time now to take action. It's time now to implement what you have wanted to manifest in your life, the changes you've wanted to bring into your life. It's time to manifest those. It's time to bring them in. It's time to take action with with courage. And moving forward, just do it. Just do it. And I think that the trigger is also going to be this sort of conflict that's happening around you. And this, you know, I've had enough. That's enough. And it's for some of you, it's a move out of a living situation. For some of you, it's a move of location. For some of you, it's a work environment that's just let me do my job. And there's all of this, you know, jealousy and manipulation and all this other stuff going on in the office. Do you want to still do that? Do you want to be part of that? You know, what changes do you want to bring in with that? So it's going to be different for all of you. It's some of you, it's kids that it's, you know, time for them to stand on their own 2 feet, and they're at home and there's this arguing and there's this, you know, carry on, and you just want peace and quiet. Maybe it's time for them to move on, to stand on their own 2 feet. So it's going to be different for all of you, but it's an interesting realization that you're going to come to in February, I think. And how that's going, the result is going to be the Queen of Wands, which is really interesting. Aries, Sagittarius, Leo person, male or female, but more than that, I get a sense that this is you. And you get to a point in February, I get that it's you more than anyone else that's around you, but you get to a point in February where you think that's enough, and you stand strong, you stand confident, you stand determined. This is a woman that is, or a male or female, this is a person that is strong, that is determined, that is not going to take any rubbish from anybody. This is what I want. This is the direction I want to move in. This is what I want to bring into my life. And, you know, if people aren't fitting into that, well, that's just too bad. It's really about having that independence, that thought of, I can achieve anything. I can achieve anything that I want in my life. Bring it in and create whatever it is that I want to create. That's really how this conflict of, you know, this is where you want to be. You want a happy home. You want this contentment and security and you know, this really safe space. And then there's these people around you that are creating this tension and this conflict, and, you know, not giving you all the facts. There's a sense of manipulation of whose side are you going to be on. You bring in the changes that you want, and the result is this really strong, don't mess with me person that emerges. And I really like that, because that determination is really going to set you on a path of success in February, because that's going to reflect externally here. And here you've got the 9 of Pentacles, the 9 of Coins in this deck. And this is a person that is very confident. Things are going their way. There's rewards, there's financial rewards, there's happiness, there's abundance in all things that you've wanted, plans you wanted to achieve, success in ideas, in plans, in finances. There's just this newfound you, my lovely Virgo, brings on this energy of attracting the successes that you are seeking. And I really like that. I really like that. And so where you might feel a little bit trapped, a little bit, oh, well, you know, everyone's bickering, everyone's arguing, everyone wants me to take sides, and, you know, it's really unpleasant. There is an easing out of that situation. There is a way out of that situation. Here you've got, what have you learnt? What wisdom have you gained? This wand is a light, and then these wands up here give you a passage out of this situation that you're in. There is new growth. There is new movement. This could be a job for some of you. For some of you, it's the family environment, friends. You know, oh, you know, what am I having to release? I need to release it. I want to move on. It's what you're desiring and what you feel like you need to hold on to. There's this inner battle. So it's with contemplation and with thinking about it that you're going to find a way out of a situation that no longer suits you, that is not allowing you to grow. So you do find a way out. You do find a solution in February to that situation that you can go at. But it's not something you do in a hurry. It's something that you process yourself internally, absolutely internally. You've also got the 2 of Cups, and that is connection with like-minded people. I feel like it's connection with like-minded people. You do find what I call your tribe, like-minded people, people that have your best interests at heart, really strong connections. There's going to be new friendships forged here for you in February, strong connection with people that have your best interests at heart. It's a new beginning for you. For those of you that are single, it's an opportunity to start a relationship, a strong relationship with another. The beginning stages of a meaningful relationship, a union that is compassionate, that is caring, that is beneficial to both people involved in this relationship. If you are in a relationship or in a marriage, it's the strengthening of those bonds. It's a deeper understanding in you making these decisions to get rid of people or situations that aren't serving you. It's going to strengthen your relationship if you are married or in a permanent relationship as well. So that will become stronger. That bond will become stronger and have really positive results, which is really fantastic. You do need to keep your this is the Seven of Swords, which is really interesting in this deck. Very interesting deck. It's about keeping your plans realistic. Here's this guy swallowing this sword, and he's not really being very cautious because the rope that is holding that sword is frayed. And it's going to just, as careful as he thinks he's going to be, there's potential there for quite a disastrous accident. So it's about really, when you're planning things, when you're planning changes, anything you want to do it with caution, do it with thought, do it with consideration of others around you as well. So look, I'm really laying it on here for you. There's layers. There's so many layers here in this reading, but it's about being cautious with whatever it is you do. But because it's in the position of hopes and fears in this spread, it's also about, don't be too cautious or too scared, I want to also say, that it paralyzes you, that you don't want to do anything. Okay? It's about taking due diligence, processing what you're doing, processing your thoughts, not acting hastily, that is going to see you get the results that you want. Okay? Not to the point where you just can't make a decision because it's just paralyzing. Don't do that. Don't do that. But think before you engage your mouth. Put your brain in gear before you engage your mouth, because it's about really thinking about something, and rather than putting it out there before you've processed it, not a good idea. Think about it, process it, and then put it out there. Deliver it to whoever you need to deliver it to. Okay? By the end of February, you're going to require some time out. The Hermit is about having time to yourself, getting away from the bombardment, getting away from the distractions, meditating, going for walks, yoga, whatever it is for you, but just have some time out for yourself to just internalize, go within, process. And when you do that, you're less likely to be manipulated. So you're more likely to make choices and decisions that are going to be good for you, that are going to move you into March and April, because that's where you're headed. And that's just going to get stronger for you. So it's a month of really processing things. And at the end of February, you really need to withdraw and regroup and have time to yourself, internalize, meditate, yoga, walks, and sort your thoughts out. That's really an interesting reading you have there, my lovely Virgos. I'm going to draw a card now for you from Osho Zen Tarot to see what's going on there. Oh, there we go. We've got two. Few people have gotten two. Okay, so you've got beyond illusion. Don't be deceived by the illusion. Okay? You're beyond illusion. You are really going to be able to see through anything that is presented to you. Process it. Don't act hastily. And you will come to the right decisions. You will come to the right conclusions. So you're going to see things beyond the illusion of what's being presented to you. Don't take things at face value in February. Don't take things at face value. If anyone wants anything of you, you say, right, well, I'll get back to you on that, and process it. Rather than hastily saying something and thinking, oh gosh, I wish I didn't do that. Wish I didn't say that. Once you've said it, you're committed. So pull back. I'll get back to you on that and process it yourself. You've also got the Lovers here, which is really that. It's about spending time with your significant other, spending time with close friends, spend time with people that have your best interest at heart, that are understanding and compassionate, where you feel safe and loved, and it strengthens and builds that bond and connection. So February is really about strengthening the bonds with the people that really matter to you, that are karmically there for you. Really lovely. I'm now going to draw a card from the saltwater deck to see what is there for you. Let's have a look. What's coming out? Nothing's coming out for you. So I hope this reading is good for you. I hope you understand it. I hope you can take something from it. Okay, what have we got? Cute. Penguins. Trust. Trust in yourself. Trust in what's being presented to you. Trust in what's being given to you. It's about trust. Self-trust, as well as trust of the universe, that all your needs will be met. You will be looked after in that whatever it is that you need in February. That's going to be really important. So I hope that's been very beneficial for you, my lovely Virgos. Many, many blessings to you, and I will see you in March.